The family looked like a busy menagerie, chatting freely and causing havoc all around them with food and drink. They were all seated around a large breakfast table. Ems, who was frequently mouthful occupied, rubbed her stomach and thought about the next member of the rowdy family. Seeing the mayhem they had purposefully created, would they be able to handle adding one more kid to the already noisy and chaotic mix? Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. Maryam and Abraham Al-Lay were an extraordinary couple, not for their wealth or renown, but for the remarkable number of children they welcomed into their lives. Residing in Wessam Lake, Michigan, Maryam and Abraham were known throughout the community. Their reputation was not derived from scandal or wrongdoing, but rather from the sheer size of their family. Married in their youth at 18 and 20, Maryam and Abraham embarked on an extraordinary journey of parenthood. With each passing year, their family grew, infusing their home with boundless laughter, delightful chaos, and an unmistakable aura of love that permeated every corner. Now, at the ages of 40 and 42, Maryam and Abraham awaited the arrival of their 23rd child. Their existence had been a tumult of pregnancies, diaper changes, and restless nights ever since their youthful union at 18 and 20. As they occupied the waiting room of yet another medical facility, the enormity of their choice to raise such a sizable family weighed heavily upon them. Would Maryam ultimately proceed with the pregnancy? In the doctor's office, a solemn atmosphere enveloped them. "Mrs. Sally, I regret to inform you of some troubling news," the doctor announced gravely. "You're expecting another child." Abraham's grasp on Maryam's hand tightened, and she felt a surge of dread. Leaving the doctor's office, weighed down by a mixture of emotions, the couple couldn't shake off a sense of apprehension. Having married in their youth, barely out of their teens, they welcomed their first child within a year. Expecting their 23rd child, Maryam approached her routine 3-month scan with a blend of excitement and anxiety. Maryam stepped into the ultrasonic room and sat down on the examination table, the cold gel feeling strange on her skin. The baby's condition would be revealed by today's ultrasound, dictating their course of action. Speaking just before the scan showed an unexpected twist: twins. The doctor's comments lingered heavy in the air. The count shot up to 24 kids, an astounding figure that shocked even the most seasoned medical personnel. The doctor's voice broke through the silence. "Congratulations," he said. "You're expecting twins." It was an unbelievable stroke of luck for her to conceive naturally and have twins. The news was both thrilling and daunting. They already had 4 sets of twins and 3 sets of triplets. News of the Al-Lay family's remarkable journey spread like wildfire, capturing the attention of a local news channel eager to understand the motivation behind their extraordinary family. Reporters descended upon the couple, seeking answers to the burning question, why so many children? Their new doctor, Carter, offered a sobering reality check, cautioning them that Maryam's body couldn't endure much more. His words cast a shadow over their joy, forcing them to confront the harsh truth that their dream of a sprawling family might come at a cost too steep to bear. Maryam struggled with mixed feelings as well, divided between her fear of what lay ahead and her love for her kids. It was difficult for her to handle her 4 different nannies on a daily basis. Their expanding twins' weight caused Maryam's tummy to enlarge over the course of many months. With every kick and flutter, she was reminded not only of the wonder developing inside her, but also of the perils that awaited her. Then, one fateful night, as the moon hung low in the sky and the stars twinkled overhead, Maryam's water broke. Panic surged through her veins as she realized that the time had come. They were about to become a family of 26 people. Abraham rushed her to the hospital, his hand shaking as he gripped the steering wheel. The journey felt like an eternity, each passing second filled with a mounting sense of dread. When they finally arrived, Maryam was rushed into the delivery room, the sound of her own heartbeat pounding in her ears. Carter was there, his expression solemn as he readied himself for the work at hand. Because of where one of the twins was in the womb, it was a touch-and-go scenario. The anguish and tiredness continued for hours until, at last, the sound of sobbing filled the space. Abraham's eyes filled with tears as he caught sight of his newborn children, their tiny fists clenched tightly as they wailed their first cries. But as the nurses tended to the babies, a sudden hush fell over the room. Dr. Carter's expression was solemn as he turned to Mariam, his voice barely a whisper. Was Mariam okay? But Dr. Carter had noticed something. As Mariam had given birth naturally and had to have an emergency cesarean section, she needed rest and also a blood transfusion. It was a risky operation. They named them Foss and Phil. They were both tiny miracles. Dr. Carter was the latest addition to their medical team. He examined Mariam with a furrowed brow, concern edged into his features. "Your body can't handle much more of this," he warned her gravely. Mariam promised that she would follow the doctor's orders. But when he suggested a hysterectomy to prevent any future pregnancies and protect her health, Mariam hesitated. The idea of closing the door on the possibility of more children was something she couldn't bring herself to accept. "I can't," she whispered, shaking her head. "I can't do it." Abraham placed a comforting hand on his wife's shoulder, his expression conflicted. He knew how much Mariam longed for another child, but he also couldn't bear the thought of losing her. Tears filled Mariam's eyes as she looked up at her husband, her heart breaking at the realization of what they had been through. Nobody understood their reasons for having so many children. They felt that they had taken on more than they could handle, despite their individual love and care for each child. But she realized that they had each other, and that was ultimately all that mattered as Abraham encircled her with his arms, hugging her tight. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.